So I just got the news that DMX tragically passed. It was one of the biggest stingers I've heard, and on top of that, it was a bit very painful. But at the same time, I honestly had a huge feeling he was gonna die when I heard the update that his condition wasn't good, and also like he he was going through went through an overdose, alcoholic problems, on life support. And when I heard he was on life support, I was like, man, it just seems like it's going to be over unless he somehow survives. Because miracles can happen. You know, I believe miracles can happen, but at the same time, like, death comes one way or another. And for him to die the way he did at 50 years old, and then last night I heard that, it seemed like he was dying, and to hear about his family background, about how he grew up with a terrible mom, so many abusive boyfriends, eventually going to a group home that got him into doing music, and played with the DMX drum machine, where he got his name, and also the acronym for DMX is Dark Man X, but it was really thanks to the drum machine that he got. So, he was born Earl Simmons, born December 18th, 1970. I was born when he was like 19 years old, turning 20. And on top of that, he's the birthday twin of wrestler Rob Van Dam. And he was also Rob Van Dam was born December 18th, 1970, the exact day of DMX. So one of my favorite rappers and then one of my favorite wrestlers have the same birthday, which is just so interesting. But for DMX, I was a child listening to him thanks to my two older brothers who are a decade older than me, with songs like Get At Me Dog, Stop, Drop, which was on the radio, X Gonna Give It To You, Y'all Gonna Make Me Lose My Mind, Ride or Die, of course with his label, The Rough Riders, which was one of the most successful groups, but he was a member of the Rough Riders and found success with the Rough Riders. And then even songs like We Right Here, which is my #1 favorite song from him, Who We Be. It was just great work. And then he did the song Lord Give Me a Sign a few years later, which was when I was in high school. I think it's one of the good gospel songs, one of the few gospel songs DMX did. And for him to try and take the direction he did, it's just really interesting. So he was a father of 4 children, then had another child. He named her Aaliyah, which was after the late Aaliyah a decade ago, which I'm sure she's going to be 10 years old now. And then the fact that, her father DMX has died, it's just, I don't know. It's like, now to watch the video I Miss You with Aaliyah, and the fact that DMX was paying homage to Aaliyah, like, who would have thought 18 years after that he would be dead? He would face the same fate, but unfortunately with a different cost. So, and the fact that the plane crash Aaliyah, we did not see coming, but the DMX, it's like he could fight for survival, but unfortunately he wasn't put in those circumstances. So, try not to be insensitive about it, especially to strong DMX fans, but it honestly is a stinger, and it's a blessing that his music lives on. I don't know how the legacy will be passed on to his family, but I pray to his family, his children, and then also, to the artists that he worked with, hopefully legacy gets passed on strong. So, rest in peace, rest in power, DMX, and the music you make will still be great and still have a great legacy, especially working with Swizz Beatz, many other artists. It's been phenomenal. So, stay strong and I'll smile like in the movie Top 5.